Welcome back. Once we have downloaded all the software and installed Xampp, while installing Xampp, it would have taken the default location where it would install Xampp. So look for that location and go inside the Xampp folder, or if you have given another folder where you have kept Xampp, that's also fine. So inside Xampp, you will find a lot of things. So please do not touch anything. What we need to do is look for this htdocs folder. Go inside this folder, and this is the place where we will keep our files which we need for all kinds of development purposes related to WordPress or maybe any PHP application. So make sure you are inside Xampp and then inside htdocs. The next thing that we have to do is the WordPress that we have downloaded, the zip file, copy and paste inside this folder. So this is the one, and then go ahead and right click and extract here. Once you have extracted it here, then I don't need this zip file, so I'm going to delete this. So this is my WordPress folder. What I want to do is I want to open my Visual Studio Code editor. I will open my this WordPress folder inside my Visual Studio Code editor. So that I'm going to do by I will try to open the cmd here. So I will say cmd.exe. So it's going to open command prompt here, and here I will just say code space dot. If I do this, then it's going to open Visual Studio Code editor, and then in that editor it's going to open the folder WordPress. So you make sure you have installed Visual Studio Code editor before doing this. Another way to do the same thing is directly open your Visual Studio Code editor, and then from file open folder, and then you can go to the folder where the WordPress is installed here. So you can come here directly. Alright, so I hope this is clear enough. So next thing that we have to do now is go ahead and start our server, Xampp server. So once you have installed the Xampp, on the search, if you type Xampp, you will get this control panel. So right click on this and run as administrator. Once you do this, it's going to open the control panel. So this is a control panel where you can operate a lot of things. It provides us a FileZilla client and also Tomcat and other things. But for us, what matters is this Apache server and MySQL. Make sure port 80 or 8080 is free. Nothing is running there. So go ahead and click start on this Apache. So it's going to start on port 80, and click start on MySQL. Once you have done this, then click on the admin page here of Apache. So it's going to open the home page of Apache server, and then here we can see all the information like PHP information and other stuff. But what I need is PHP myadmin. So click on this. It's going to take you to the database, all the databases that you have. So click on new and create a new database. So here you can give a name as custom theme. You have to remember this and click create. So this database will be created. Next, we don't have to do anything as our server has started. So I can even close this. If you close this, it will be always available here. So you can click and it will open. Next thing what we have to do is we have to access our application, WordPress application. So now before we do that, make sure to do a small change. Open your Visual Studio Code editor in which the WordPress folder has been opened. Go to this file called wp-config-sample. Right click on this file, go to rename and change this to wp-config only. That's it. And click enter. So now the file is renamed. Scroll down and here we have to change the database details. So in the database name, I gave custom theme, so I will use that. Database user is by default root. If you have created another user, DB user, you can give that. And database password by default is blank, empty. So leave it empty. And rest other things, leave it as is. The database host is localhost port 80, so it's by default taking. If your application is running on another port, make sure you provide that here. But it's by default 80, so we will not touch that. Once all this is done, then we are good with our installation steps of WordPress. So let's do that in the next video. Thank you.